Sarah Fowlkes arrested for alleged improper relationship with student. Lockhart, Texas, a female high school teacher turned herself in after a warrant was issued for her arrest for an alleged improper relationship with a male student, CBS Austin affiliate Kite TV reports. The Lockhart Police Department says Sarah Fowlkes, 27, is suspected of having an inappropriate relationship with the 17-year-old boy at Lockhart High School. According to the Lockhart Independent School District, administrators learned of the alleged relationship on March 10, just before spring break. Authorities said they determined through interviews that Fowlkes engaged in sexual contact with the student. "It shocked me, especially since I used to go here," River Morgan, a 2016 Lockhart High School graduate, told Kite TV. "I just feel like the teachers should know better than to do that," Joe Chapa, another 2016 grad, told the station. Parents picking up students at Lockhart High School Monday said they were surprised and disappointed. Some said that the social media age doesn't help teachers and students keep things professional, and the graduates agreed. "I feel like it makes it easier for an accidental relationship like that to happen," Chapa said. "I think maybe there's not as much of a distance like there should be," said Morgan. "It should be much more professional." Superintendent Susan Bone emailed Lockhart High School parents on Monday to notify them of Fowlkes' arrest and suspension. "Lockhart parents entrust their children to us every day, and it is something we do not take lightly. Student safety is the district's most important priority," said Bone. "As soon as we learned of the report, we acted swiftly to involve law enforcement and CPS to conduct a thorough investigation. The district is not and will not tolerate any improper communication or contact between a teacher and child." The school district says Fowlkes has been with the district since 2014. According to Fowlkes' bio on the high school's website, she taught anatomy, physiology and environmental systems and earned a Bachelor of Science in Biology from St. Edward's University. The biography also states she previously taught 3rd and 5th grade at Plum Creek Elementary School in Lockhart. Fowlkes will not return to the school district, Bone said in a statement. Fowlkes was booked into the Caldwell County Jail. "You got swamped," Schwarzenegger calls out Trump's low approval rating. Add another chapter to the ongoing Star War between President Trump and Arnold Schwarzenegger. By way of dimly lit video shot from an urban waterfront, Schwarzenegger mocked the president's low approval ratings via Twitter on Tuesday. The former California governor and actor was not above tossing a few barbs in the president's direction. "Donald, the ratings are in, and you got swamped," said Schwarzenegger, a Republican but not a Trump supporter. "Wow. Now you're in the 30s. Trump's daily approval rating, for the Gallup poll, hit just 37% over the weekend. It marked a new floor for the young presidency and was, in the context of past presidents, dismal. The approval rating was lower than Barack Obama experienced at any point over the course of his presidency, as the Washington Post's Philip Bump pointed out, while noting the Gallup survey represented only one data point from one poll. In the Trump versus Terminator feud, Twitter appears to be the preferred battleground. And poor ratings are the ammunition. While President-elect Trump drew blood in early January, he publicly pointed out that Schwarzenegger, who succeeded Trump as host of NBC's The New Celebrity Apprentice in 2017, was unable to match the audiences that the Trump drew when The Apprentice first premiered. "Wow, the ratings are in and Arnold Schwarzenegger got swamped, or destroyed, by comparison to the ratings machine, DJT," Trump tweeted on January 6. Although Trump's earliest episodes of The Apprentice had high Nielsen ratings, by the time Trump hosted season 15 the rush of viewers had petered out to a trickle. Observers noted that it was a bizarre move for the executive producer of a show to publicly excoriate its host. Schwarzenegger responded by quoting Abraham Lincoln, "Though passion may have strained, it must not break our bonds of affection." And, yet, even an invocation of Anna's tape could not derail Trump from knocking Schwarzenegger. "They hired a big movie star, Arnold Schwarzenegger, to take my place. We know how that turned out. The ratings went right down the tube, Trump said at the National Prayer Breakfast in February. I want to just pray for Arnold for those ratings. If this friction was somehow embellished to draw eyeballs to the new Celebrity Apprentice, it proved to be a failure. And when Schwarzenegger announced on March 3 that he was leaving after a poorly viewed first season, Trump skewered the former host for a swift exit. Arnold Schwarzenegger isn't voluntarily leaving The Apprentice, he was fired by his bad, pathetic ratings, not by me. Sad end to great show, tweeted Trump on March 4. Schwarzenegger responded that, not only was it his choice to leave, Trump's association with the show proved to be toxic. With Trump being involved in the show, people have a bad taste and don't want to participate as a spectator or as a sponsor or in any other way support the show, he told Empire in an interview. On Tuesday, it was Schwarzenegger's turn to dissect the president's low approval ratings. He drew a line from the survey to the proposed 2018 federal budget, which slashes funding to the Environmental Protection Agency and State Department and cuts that would impact popular aid programs like Meals on Wheels. What do you expect? I mean, you take away after-school programs from children and Meals on Wheels from the poor people. Schwarzenegger said in the video. That's not what you call making America great again. Come on. Included in the tweet was linked to After School All-Stars, which Schwarzenegger founded, and an offer to accompany the president for a visit to the Hart Middle School in D.C. Let me give you some advice, go to a middle school. The Hart Middle School, right in Washington, 6 miles away from the White House. I take you there, so you can see the fantastic work that they're doing for these children. Let's do it, yeah? As of early Wednesday morning, the presidential Twitter feed remained silent on the matter. Wyclef Jean requests formal investigation into racial profiling. On Tuesday morning, Wyclef Jean was pulled over by Los Angeles County deputies when they mistook him for an armed robber they were in pursuit of. Jean documented the incident and streamed it on Twitter and Instagram. And now, Jean is requesting a formal investigation into racial profiling. Jean, who was driving a Toyota and wearing a red bandana, was in the West Hollywood section of Los Angeles when he was pulled over by police who were looking for the robbery suspect, who was also a black male, wearing a red bandana but driving an Acura, which some may say looks nothing like a Toyota. Jean was handcuffed and until he was identified as not being the suspect. Jean's representative issued a statement about the incident, according to ABC News. After the vehicle he was being liveried and was pulled over and from which he was brutally removed from the vehicle and subject to police brutality, racial profiling, police bias and the ongoing discriminatory practices of law enforcement officials which remain rampant throughout the United States and for which the LA Sheriff's Office is deeming a case of mistaken identity, his rep said in the statement. As such, Mr. Jean is requesting a formal investigation into racial profiling by Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti, LAPD Chief Charlie Beck and the LA Sheriff's Department while calling upon the ACLU and Black Lives Matter to join him in defense of civil liberties and racial bias. The county sheriff's office stated that the incident occurred under their jurisdiction and not the LAPD. The office said the deputies were following protocol when they spotted Jean's car and noticed he was also wearing a red bandana and fit the description of the suspect. Deputies followed that vehicle briefly before the vehicle pulled over, the police statement said. As deputies approached the vehicle, the occupants, driver and front passenger, almost simultaneously began to exit the vehicle. It was at this time that the deputies attempted to detain who they believed to be the suspect of the violent crime, Mr. Jean. According to ABC News, Jean was released 6 minutes after his apprehension, and the correct suspect was found 6 blocks away from where Jean was detained. Jean was handcuffed due to the violent nature of the call, armed robbery, the similarity of the suspect vehicle, the time of day of the unfolding detention and Mr. Jean's furtive movements and demeanor, police added. The police department went on to apologize for the inconvenience they caused Jean and detaining him for 6 minutes. Jean previously stated that he was not told why he was detained and that they had the wrong person. Lollapalooza 2017, Arcade Fire, Chance the Rapper, Lorde lead lineup. Arcade Fire, Chance the Rapper, Muse, Lorde and The Killers are among the headliners for this year's Lollapalooza Festival, set to perform at Chicago's Grand Park from August 3rd to 6th. The 20th, Blink-182, DJ Snake and Justice will also serve as headliners during the festival, which expanded from 3 days to 4 days in 2016. Also on the stacked bill are Run the Jewels, Wiz Khalifa, Ryan Adams, Al J, Migos, Race Remmerd, Cage the Elephant, Tegan and Sarah, Spoon, Big Sean, The Shins, Joey Badass, Charlie XCX, John, Zed's Dead, Cascade, Car Seat Headrest and dozens more. For Chance the Rapper, the Lollapalooza gig marks the rapper's first time headlining his hometown music festival. Muse returned for their first Lollapalooza headlining slot in 6 years, while Arcade Fire are staging their third Lollapalooza headlining concert in the 13 years the fest has been stationed in Chicago. Even before Lollapalooza announced its lineup, 4-day tickets for the festival sold out. A limited number of 1-day tickets and other packages will become available starting today at 10 a.m. Chicago time at the festival's site. Last year's Lollapalooza, which marked the 25th anniversary of the Migratory Return Stationary Festival spearheaded by Jane's Addiction's Perry Farrell, featured headliners Radiohead, LCD Sound System, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Lana Del Rey and J. Cole. Amber Tamblyn and David Cross are expecting a baby. Actress Amber Tamblyn and her husband of 4 years, actor David Cross, are expecting a baby. In an essay on Glamour magazine's website, Tamblyn, 33, revealed the news. Motherhood has been heavily on my mind because I am going to be a mother soon. I'm pregnant, with a daughter on the way. I think constantly about the world I am bringing her into. She went on, I've been thinking about motherhood a lot lately. What it means to be one, what it means to have one, what it means to know one, what it means to make decisions as one and have conversations as one. Though she's bringing a bundle of joy into the world, Tamblyn is still concerned about how society will affect her daughter. Her past of being sexually assaulted is also making her raise questions like, will I get a phone call from my daughter someday, one she never wanted to make? Will I have to share with her my story, and the story of her great-grandmother's words to her grandmother? In her essay, Tamblyn reflected on the phone call she had with her mom about the experience. She wrote, I found myself making a phone call to my mother I was hoping I could avoid forever. A story I shared about an encounter with an ex-boyfriend had gone viral, and I feared she would read about it in the news. When I told her, my mother's reaction was unshockingly unshocked. After her revelation, Amber's mom had a similar tale to tell her. On the phone, my mother ended with the second story. She told her mother what had happened to her, and I'll bet you can fill in this blank, too. My grandmother's response to my mother was, boys will be boys. You just have to be really careful around them. The current state of politics is also raising some concern for Amber and making her ask, is it possible to protect her from inheriting this pain? How much do I have to do, as a daughter and a soon-to-be mother, to change not just the conversation about how women are seen, but the language with which conversations are spoken in?